David Ken here with another question from your Hayes and Harris Math SL textbook. We're looking at Chapter 6A.3, Question 2A. In this question, again, we have a quadratic equation, and we're trying to use the quadratic formula to solve for x. Now this one looks a little bit different from the other questions we just did. It's not already in a familiar form. We have to simplify it a little bit to make it look like a quadratic. What I see is two linear terms multiplied together. So to simplify this, I might FOIL. I'll go first, so x times x is x squared. Inner, plus 2x. Outer, negative x. And last, negative 2. And that's going to be equal to 2 take 3x. Now what I can do is combine like terms. I have only one x squared term, but I have 1, 2, 3 x terms and 2 constant terms. So let's combine them all together on the left-hand side. Starting with the highest order term first, that's x squared, followed by 2x take x, which is going to be x, plus 3x, so 1x plus 3x is 4x, and then finally negative 2 take 2 is negative 4. And so now I have a quadratic equation expressed highest term to lowest term, and it's equal to 0. This is the form that I need to be in to use the quadratic equation. The quadratic equation, if you don't remember, says that once you're in this form, we can solve for x, and it's equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Now, I don't see any b's and a's and c's in here. That's because b and a and c refer to the coefficients in front of each term. The squared term, term to the first power, and the constant term. We see here that a is equal to 1. There's an implied 1 in front of the x squared. b is equal to 4, and c is equal to negative 4. Which means we can solve for x directly using the quadratic formula, negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now this looks complicated, but it's just full of numbers. We can solve it. Negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 4 squared is 16 times negative 4 times 1 times negative 4 is plus 16. All divided by 2. Next we have negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 32 on 2. Now 32 is not a perfect square, but I can express it as 4 times 4 times 2. And how does that help me? Well, it means that I have a square within it, 4 times 4. So the square root of 4 times 4 is 4, and that leaves a 2 underneath the radical. We're still dividing by 2, so now we can distribute the 2 into each of these terms, and that'll give me negative 2 plus or minus 2 root 2. That's my two solutions. So therefore, x equals negative 2 plus 2 root 2 and negative 2 minus 2 root 2.